What's up, guys? Episode 4, Trapcry. When we came into this, I brought straight up fucking liquor and seltzers. Oh my, everything. I was ready to rage. I've seen this man destroy rooms. His stage presence is insane. He's bulging. He's got the butt cheeks banging. He's up there like a pro wrestler. He looks like a fucking linebacker for the San Francisco 69ers. I didn't know what to expect, but we got Eugene. And I'm really thankful for that. Eugene's a beautiful man and a very kind soul and a wonderful heart and a wonderful brain. Such a talented fucking individual. Man, I really like this interview. It was really fun and it's really sincere and it's really genuine. And I'm so thankful for it. I'm so thankful for him. If you haven't heard of Trapcry, please look this man up. His music slaps. That was dumb, but his music is the shit. And he's just a ball of energy and it's wonderful and it's so fucking fun. And he's got Robbie Scarce, another wonderful person on drums. Dude does like ripper metal drums, but then just slaps down the beats. We recorded this one at Fuzzy Cactus. Thank you, Fuzzy Cactus. It's one of the couple places that let us host this show. Thank you for having our back, Mike and Paul. And per usual, this is brought to you through RVA Magazine. So you guys, Tony especially, thank you for having our back. Eugene, thank you for doing this. I hope you guys dig this one. I had a blast doing it. Claire had a blast doing it. Dude, we talk about fucking Patrick Swayze's glistening nipples. How can you go wrong with that? So yeah, guys, I hope you dig this. This is episode 4 of It's Still Our City, Trapcry. Okay, so me being like this isn't awkward. You're all good?
No.
Okay. Is it going?
Yeah, we're going.
So, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. A little hungover. Aforementioned weird.
I want to be hungover.
We can get you there. We're
Okay.
sort of getting there. So how old are you, man?
I'm 37.
37?
I turned 38 in December 19th.
Okay, cool. So that's like right before. Fuck, that's kind of a bummer. It's like a week before Christmas. It's kind of a rip-off.
My parents used to always make sure I got my gifts, got separate gifts. Then as I got older, it started to be like,
Fuck
okay,
this.
we're going to be giving you everything at the same time.
Just group it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from Delaware.
Delaware?
Newcastle, Delaware, Wilmington, Newcastle County, 30 minutes from Philly, 45 minutes from Baltimore, like an hour and a half from New York. So it's kind of like, and it's not, it's like, it's right there. It's like Tri-City. So it's like everything's kind of in the vicinity of Delaware.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I grew up right in between Richmond and DC, so I don't know if did you get to frequent those cities a lot as you were growing up and do cool shit?
Yeah. As soon as I got my car, I was like 16, and I would be hitting it to Philly, hitting it to everywhere.
You were crushing that on the weekends, like at 16?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
By 17, I was like going to Baltimore every third Saturday to go into this thing called the Paradox.
A venue, or is it like an event?
It was like a club Paradox, and that's when I found out about like Baltimore club music, really. Well, I knew about Baltimore club music before, but hearing it live was different. So
yeah, it totally hit different. So do you, backtracking, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 4 sisters.
Oh, holy shit.
And my brother, he passed away a long time ago. I had no idea. I found out like last year, but he's.
Oh God.
Yeah, I met him. It's crazy. I met him. Didn't know I had a brother until I was like 5, and then I would see him frequently. And then one day I just didn't see him again. I thought that was like a rift between him and my dad, but it ended up being like he passed away. I had no idea. His mom didn't tell us, so I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Did you get along with your brother?
Yeah. I loved him, but I don't know.
Did they just like hide this info from you?
Yeah, I just found out last year. Yeah, so yeah.
You just said that. My bad. How did you find out?
His brother, he has a brother, through his mom, and he contacted my dad and told me. And that's how I found out.
But wait a second. How long has he been passed away?
It's been since 2000.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just found out last year. That was crazy.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, this is nowhere near, like, it's kind of sort of in the same realm, but I had a friend that thought he had an uncle until he was like 13, and then one day the guy came up to him and was like, hey, it was nice knowing you, kid. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, I'm your dad's probation officer.
What?
He was like a PO officer for 10 fucking years.
That's
and like
crazy.
helped raise him because...
And he thought that was like his uncle.
That was fucking, like, went to games and shit, like sports games and shit with this guy, but it was the PO, like checking the dad for fucking cocaine. It's nuts.
Wow.
Not at all really similar, but kind of weird. And like,
Yeah.
do you know what, are you comfortable talking about what happened to him? How much older was his brother?
He was, Kelvin was born like, I want to say the 70s, like early 70s or late 60s.
So you were 5 and he was kind of a grown-ass dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were all the sisters, I'm sorry to hear that, were all the sisters all in the same house with you?
No, I have 2 stepsisters, 2 half-sisters, but I consider all of my sisters.
Are they all older, or are you like smack dab in the middle?
I have 1 younger sister, and then I have my older sisters.
You still tight with everyone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Like, family's cool, but I understand why people sometimes shit goes down in families.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I don't know. I just the brother thing is kind of hard to talk about because I was going through it last year, but I'm kind of better. I'm in a better space with it now. So, but I just didn't know. I always thought, I just did not know he was not on Earth. So I was like, whoa.
This happened. This came to fruition really quick, so I'm sorry if I'm being insensitive in my reaction. I'm sorry to hear that. Fucking.
It's great.
So you were going through like a bunch of bullshit, and then that was just like an icing on the cake.
Yeah, I mean, but that was. I mean, for me, that was like a domino effect, like, and just stuff that's happened in my life since last year. But I am coasting right now, so we'll
That's
see.
good.
We'll see.
That's good. That's good. Do you want to talk about what happened to you last year? Or you want to just dodge that fucking bullet?
We can.
You don't have to say shit, my man.
Yeah, we can.
Well, let's go
give
back
it
to
for
when
now.
you're. Yeah, let's go back to. So you got your license early. I waited. I was like a wuss about it. I waited until I was fuck, man. I think I was like 19 before I got my license. I had friends that drove, and everyone was getting fucked up, and I'm like, the last thing I want to do is like flip a car when I'm like 16 or 17. Because Fredericksburg, I'm 40. There was nothing to do there, dude. Yeah. So you kind of just had to find things to do, or we'd be going to like parties. We'd be like 16 or 17 going to like parties in the middle of the woods, and there's like 50-year-old dudes like watching Roadhouse.
Oh my god!
And there's like used
I
condoms.
went to that party.
I love that movie.
Dude, that movie rules. Did you see the remake?
I didn't see the remake because I didn't want it to ruin the original for me. My friend Aiden, I actually watched it for the first time, the new one this year. I mean the old one this year. So that was my first time ever seeing it.
It's a cult classic, dude. He rips out the guy's fucking throat. It's sick.
It was so sick. And then when he's like doing like the karate in the field and he's like glistening, I'm like, this is my goal.
He's totally glistening. And then the old dude's on like a gator across the pond, like wiping his head, like
So good.
I just love that they took the bear and the bear fell on the fat guy. That was mint, dude. The new one's good. It's like. It's different, but it has like you can see that they're paying homage to like the 80s kind of feel of a movie.
I'll try to check it out. I thought like because I just saw
the same.
I saw the old one and then I saw that the new one was coming out and I was like, I just saw this and I did not want to ruin it for.
Yeah. You need it.
I just got it's so funny when you see an older movie in the newer and it's like new to you. So I was like, no, I want to keep this like fresh.
You gotta cherish it. I mean, it is like a religious experience, and You at least need like one Roadhouse tattoo before you fuck that new one. But again, it's not the same thing. I don't think that they were trying to reinvent the wheel. And it does pay like homage to like weird, shitty kind of 80s, but no one, you can't replace. Yeah, glazing Swayze on that pond. You
it
can't.
was so good. I was like, that is just like, it's definitely on my mood board for sure.
So back to when you were like a kid going to these clubs, were you just doing like, your parents were okay with like, you just like, fuck this, I'm going to dipset to the city? And
Well, my parents are divorced, so I could just say I'm at somebody's house and nobody would check in.
okay, I hear that. Yeah, that tracks.
I had a good, I think a fairly good upbringing, so it wasn't like I wasn't doing anything crazy. Like, you know, I'd be out at the parties and stuff, but I wasn't doing drugs or anything. I probably started drinking, you know, a little bit at like maybe 17, 18, but like it wasn't like
I appreciate this
excessively
information.
drinking.
I appreciate as a father of a split house with two boys.
Yeah, you gotta
I appreciate
check.
this
I mean,
heads
like,
up. I will keep that in mind.
I mean, but like
I need some Welch's grape jelly and a beer, Dad. I'm 13.
no, like I even, you know, they would never moderate like what I was watching, like movies and stuff. I had access to the whole wide world. I get on the internet and nobody would check up on the internet or nothing. Like, thank God I wasn't like a fucking evil person, like plotting some shit, because I had my own laptop. Nobody would check my laptop.
So what do you think? Do you think it's better that they did not kind of like have tighter? Because that way you kind of policed yourself in a way?
Because they raised, I felt like I had a good upbringing and they didn't have to check up behind me all the time. I wasn't like doing crazy stuff.
So you weren't getting fucked up, and then like I'm assuming you were doing okay in school and stuff.
Yeah, I was doing.
So they just left you alone.
Moderately. Yeah, I was just. Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's kind of the way I grew up too. I feel like my mom just kind of trusted for me to make the decisions. I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. Yeah.
That's the way. I don't know. That's how I feel like millennials grew up. I don't know. I can't say nothing about Gen Z right now. Like, you might want to check up on them. Or the new. I don't know what the next one's called.
They argue with themselves about it. I don't know. Like, I forget what they landed on.
It's weird. Like my cousin,
Xennials,
something like
something
that.
weird.
Xennials.
My cousin's got kids. One of them's 18. One of them's like 14 or 15. One of them's younger. And it's like one of the only examples that I know as to like what's going on with that, you know, like kids that age now. But all of them are like mint. Like none of them are doing, like they're all like doing sports. They all care about doing good at school. I feel like all of them, it seems to me like they are so much more ahead of the curve than maybe we all were back when. I couldn't figure out that like a stock exchange got fucked up over in China, or this got like they're so informed, and I think that like they're preparing themselves for the real world, and they know that motherfucker's gonna hit. Where I didn't have a cell phone until I was 15, and like I didn't know what the fuck was going on half the time. You just wanted to like maybe smoke some weed. And
it's way more free information now. It's like,
but I think it's like fear derivative in an extent. So it's like actually keeping some of them in check. You know, I'm sure there are people that go off the fucking rails and they're the worst ever. But like these kids.
I think for my sons who are 13 and I'm sorry, 14 and 12, with COVID hitting it when it hit, it completely was, as they were like, as 7, 8, 9-year-olds developing that. When you think about what you're processing at that age, and you're really starting to kind of put together what the world is for yourself in your brain. And like COVID happened at that point in their development. Yeah. Like that terrifying. Is wild, And so like, it's just like completely shaped this really interesting
I don't know how I would do it. It's like, we used to go outside and play every day. You getting, I couldn't imagine like spending an entire school year, like not seeing my friends at school, going to school. Yeah. Like that was, I had fun going to school like back in the day. Like,
so did I. What like middle and high school? I had a blast.
Yeah, because I went to a performing arts school in middle school, and then high school I went to this like
This is still in
bilingual high
Delaware?
school. Yeah, I
Okay,
went to Cab Calloway School of the Arts in middle school, and then AI High, Lexus I DuPont High School for high school, and then but the performing arts school used to be fun because they give you this long block for arts. So a lot of times we just run around in the in the hallway like doing what the hell ever. But like it would be like with our arts.
So you
we
get
have
creative
projects.
and come up with ideas and mess around with stuff.
Yeah, that was so fun.
You've been like, you've been pretty artistic then your whole life.
Yeah. I went there but like music came later. I wanted to be an actor at first, and then I could draw, so that's how I got into that middle school. But then I got really into computers and like computer nerd, and I'm like on the dark web looking up downloading music like when after Napster came out, I used to use this thing called MRRC. It's like this chat bot, and I would like go into these chat rooms and download like full albums from like ripping I forget those like they got these
Torrents
crews
or whatever?
that like would it was kind of like torrents. It was but you're sitting on this chat bot and you're like downloading, you type in this code for like I want to get this, and then it sends it to you.
It's fucking sketchy as shit.
And then I started hosting music myself, and so like it was cool to be on like this. I was on like the Neptunes this chat room called Neptunes, and I would have access to all of Pharrell stuff. Sorry, Pharrell. I had all access to all their like exclusives, like stuff that was unreleased. Yeah,
It just came through. Anything you asked for? That's
because it
wild.
was like people. It was a family of them that like I don't know how they would have access to stuff, but I would just be able to get whatever the hell I wanted.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
How old were you when you were doing that?
That was probably 14.
Yeah, you sound like a smart ass fucking like intelligent kid.
But that's when I started recording my like voice, and I was like, and that's when I just got into music.
So the acting stuff, was that was high school, middle school? Did you take drama or anything?
Yeah, in high school I was in plays in high school. Like I did so many plays.
That's awesome. My brother was a huge drama nerd. I did drama for I think 2 years. It was fun. I remember like the first speech was like, I remember roaming the fields with Bert Kessler hunting quail and snipe. I have no idea what the fuck that's from, but I liked it, but I was too late in the game. Like I started in like 11th grade, so I didn't. He started early and he did all the plays and like killed it and had a lot of fun. He's 3 years older than me. Yeah, I wanted to like go back to the venue stuff. So like you were like just Friday night being sober, starting with arts, starting this underground like web of illegal music, and then just were you driving friends, like older friends, going to these things?
I got my learner's permit in like South Carolina. I went there for 9th grade. And 9th grade, that's when I got my learner's permit.
Wait, Delaware to South Carolina?
Yeah, I moved to South Carolina for a year with
Just
my
1 year?
Aunt Irene, yeah.
Okay.
And like she is no nonsense. She like, you have to
Get your shit together.
Like
Be an
before you
adult.
leave the house, you had to like unplug the TV because color TVs, they stay on. If it's a black and white TV, you could keep that. Because she don't play by her utility bill, so you had to like unplug everything, make sure everything off. Like it's
awesome.
serious. It's serious. And she got me my she got me my first computer. She got me my first computer, and then I downloaded this like DJ mixing software, and then I downloaded Sony Acid Pro. I was using Sony Acid Pro for years, but that was like my first DAW that I used. Digital audio workstation, if you don't know what DAW means.
I had no idea. Thank you.
And I that's when I started recording, and then I came back home. They made me leave the computer there, so 10th grade, and then my mom got me this laptop and like a compact. I don't think compact makes computers anymore, but I had a compact laptop. And
As far as like a MIDI sort of thing, were you messing with like MIDI stuff?
wait, you said MIDI?
Like a MIDI controller or?
That was
sort
later
of-
on. That's when I started working and get my own money, and I bought that. But I was like really like type like how they like piano roll. I remember I I started using Fruity Loops.
Yeah, Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops
great.
first came out, and I'm like,
so
just
fun.
Tapping.
I love the sequencing in that. It's like so fun to be able to map it out. Like.
Yeah, and
cool.
That's how I just started making music.
That's awesome.
And my dad.
And how old were you when that was?
That was 14, 15.
I started like shitty hardcore bands when I was like probably around that age. Nothing. We were in a band called Cobra Kai, like, and that was a lot of fun. But the only reason
Cobra Kai?
Yeah. The only reason the band was good is because
I've never seen that show. I know that's a show right now. But.
So like the first season of it is actually kind of. Have you ever seen like Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Like the old school.
Yeah.
Those are killer. The first season's pretty fun. Because it wasn't on Netflix, it didn't have like $1 billion, and they were writing from the heart, and it's like funny. But then, of course, it just got glammed the fuck out and stupid.
That sucks.
The only reason that band was good is because our vocalist was good. Everyone came to see him. I was a mediocre drummer. We had a tiny person on bass that was really fun because people used to crowd surf him. Yeah, it was weird. And then I've always had music in my family, but like, did you have music in yours? Like, did you have other people, like siblings, that were like doing art and stuff that like inspired you, or you're just like?
Well, my stepdad, he played saxophone.
Fucking
so
sick.
like it'd be like on a Saturday, you would just, if he was in the mood, and my mom might be like cooking something, me and my sister playing outside, and you would just hear him like
ripping it,
playing the saxophone over. Yeah. So I would get that like every other weekend, at least a couple times a month. You would get that, and their audio system was so loud. So, and we're in the suburbs, so it's like the houses are like have a nice distance between them, so they could really crank it and get loud. I know my friend's grandmom, she would never leave her room like that, but she would leave her window open, and she would always hear them playing stuff, and I guess she would tell my best friend that lived next door that they need to turn that shit down.
But it's saxophone. That's awesome. Yeah, it could have been other stuff. But.
That's funny. I have a pretty similar experience. My dad plays trumpet, so that was like kind of my very similar experience. Like my dad would just like be playing in the house, and you'd be out in the yard, and you could hear him kind of going through his things. And while I do think the saxophone is a much smoother.
Oh yeah, it's way sexy. Saxophone is sexy.
To enjoy. The trumpet can be pretty bitey, My dad is gonna get mad if he hears that. But
wait, what? I didn't hear the end of that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said saxophone is so nice and sultry and kind of smooth, and trumpet can be kind of shrill, and
trumpet
can be bright, brilliant.
A fucking goose getting hit by a car sometimes if you mess something up. My roommate is in that band Dumbwaiter. He was my roommate for a few years, and he played sax. And I just remember, even if it was on work nights, like it could be like 3 a.m. on a work night. If he was rehearsing, it just didn't it like helped me sleep better almost. Sax is the shit.
Yeah.
He would rehearse like right through the wall. It just never irked me. Okay,
because that's like, I feel like that's the most. I would like to hear a saxophone. Like.
I'm surprised. Have you ever used a sax on?
No, I wanted to play band, but my grades were not great in 10th grade, and so they was like, no, well you're just like, no, you can't, or no, maybe that was 7th grade. I think I was trying to play. It was like, I don't know, I forget what year I was, because middle school was like, I was going through a hard time in middle school, so
middle school sucks.
And I was like,
well, what was the middle school stuff you were doing?
I wasn't on my work, but like, I'm at performing arts school, so it's like, I'm just having fun. I'm like, and I was going through just like changes in general, and
getting hair in weird places.
Yeah, just really figuring out who I'm still figuring out who I am, but like, it's a little bit more weird than.
Well, do you want to elaborate on that? What do you mean? Like, was it like, so I'm not trying to like break a fourth wall violently. You prefer hanging out with dudes, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when did that
No,
start?
actually, no. I prefer hanging out with women, but
Oh, I see what you
I
mean.
prefer sex with dudes.
Yes, there we go.
Women are way more fun. I mean, I don't know. I like hanging out with my girlies. They know who they are.
So when did that start? Like, did you ever have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I did in 7th grade.
Did it just was it cool, but then it just didn't feel right? I'm asking
it
really
was
novice
cool.
questions.
It was cool because it was, you know, everybody was trying to hook us up. It's 'cause she was new that year, and so everybody was trying to hook us up. And so, but she was like a really nice girl, really pretty. I just didn't know how to feel about dating anyone. I wasn't like, I wasn't like really sexually attracted to anything right
Either
then.
at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dude in high school, like I just never really cared. Like things happened, of course, you know, but that was like the last thing. I remember guys were like so obsessed with like, oh, chicks, oh, we got a date, oh, look at like their boobs. I just never gave a fuck. Like,
Yeah, I've always liked big boobs.
I mean,
But like, it wasn't like, it's just like, I just like aesthetically, it looks, a nice rack looks good.
yeah, it does. I just didn't care about like the date. Like it was always way more fun if I could like ride the fuck out of my bike with my friends or smoke weed or like watch cool shit. Like I wasn't worried about that. So your friends kind of almost forced this new chick on you, and then so you were like, all right, I'll do it. That was your first girlfriend, and then how long were you all together?
It was like a couple months, and
At least you didn't say like
a
3
dance.
periods in one day of school.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah. It would be like, you know, the writing the paper, like, do you like me? Da da da, and then like
Check yes.
Yo, like send it, and like passing it back and forth. My friends were like in between that, and like then meeting each other at the lockers, and then just really
All that lame shit.
yeah.
Yeah. All of it. So when you guys stopped talking for like
We were still friends. I mean, we was in all a bunch of classes together. We were still friends. It just didn't move. The needle didn't move forward with that. Just like.
Could you tell during that moment or that process of being with this person and then just developing just into like a normal friendship, could you tell then that like, hey, I don't want to use any negative words. I was going to say something's weird here. I'm not into this. Or was it like
no, it just was like.
And sorry if all these questions are passe
no, it's
as
okay.
fuck.
It was like, it was more so like, we just moved on. There was no really conversation that we're not together anymore. We just kind of just like, there wasn't any romance that really sparked.
The calls just kind of got more spaced out.
Right. We would go to dances together and stuff. It just didn't. After that,
You
it
had
just
the
didn't.
appearances, like
Yeah.
the scheduled appearances.
Right.
So when did you, in your mind, like when do you think what age were you when you were like realizing like, yeah, I think I like dudes, dude?
Probably like 9th grade.
Oh, so it was young. So that's good. At least you like,
Yeah.
at least you like got that early, and it wasn't like something that took way longer than it should. Where
It
you were
did.
like,
I think it did though, because I think like I definitely had like some teen idols. I think I had maybe had a crush on, but I didn't realize it till later. Like I don't know, like
dude.
like Leonardo DiCaprio and like Titanic. I thought that was hot. I thought he was hot in that.
the
But
way he died was,
Yeah.
God, that was hot.
because I had my Leo moment because it was that, and then like Romeo Juliet.
Oh, Leo and that, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't like. But I wasn't like. I don't know. I think by 9th grade, I was like, okay, that's what that was.
Do you have anyone else in your family, like relatives that are into the other sides?
My brother was.
Okay.
I found that out later on.
That Romeo and Juliet movie, how does that, like, does that fun to go back? I haven't seen that.
Yo, it
in
is so
forever.
good. I remember I was with my friend Brad, Marcus, Pete Curry. I don't know if y'all know FM Skyline. Yeah.
No, like Brad and separate Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
I know this
Allison.
too. Shout out. Daddy's
out.
Grotto.
The Grotto. We went to OBX and we were watching it. I made them watch it. I had it on my Plex server.
Oh, nice.
And we were watching it, and I remember there's this one song where they're in the bed. It's called "Kissing You" or something, and I don't know. It was like it's this one part that kept like it was the vocal. It was so good, but like I kept repeating it. Like we like left out to go to the beach or something, and I just kept singing that one part over and over. It just like I don't know.
Was it pissing everyone off, or was everyone chiming in like, fuck yeah, dude?
I think at first it was like, it could have pissed everybody off, but then it just got really funny, like, because I would just belt out the part. I can't even remember how it went. It was just like, I don't know, but that was...
That'd be funny to go back and watch.
Yeah,
again,
that is a
sure.
good movie.
Yeah.
So, all right, you're 37. You were doing Delaware. You're like near all these cities. You're hitting clubs and shit. You're being responsible.
Yes.
What was your journey into this town?
So, oh my God.
Also, thank you for sharing everything that you shared. And I'm sorry that like the first 5 minutes were this is already.
I was trying to figure out how to jump in there. I moved to. First, I went to school at Virginia State University, and then hated my first year and actually did like no work. I had to like.
Why? Just depressing location?
I would just be in my room like making music.
Oh, okay, so you just didn't.
I never left. I only went out to go get. They had like Pizza Hut or something in the. I would go get my pizza, and go back upstairs, and I.
You said this was freshman year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is freshman year.
I mean, that's kind of a typical, but also like if you didn't have people there, it was new. You know, maybe.
I had like it was like one girl. We started hanging out a little bit, but I just was like.
What in the goddamn fuck? Oh, they think it's open. Oh, did you see how bummed that man was?
Yeah,
Like,
he was
damn it.
I wanted to go.
Yeah. He was like,
Yikes,
you
okay,
mean
sorry.
the door's not opening?
Also, yeah, hold on.
He wanted a
Sorry to
baddie
interrupt you. We're at the Fuzzy Cactus.
Yeah.
I didn't even say that we were at the Broadberry for the
didn't
first
say
one. So
shit.
thank you very
say
much,
anything.
Broadberry, for the first episode with
Yeah.
Russian Vamp. And thank you, Fuzzy Cactus, for allowing us to do this here. That is really cool of you, Mike and Paul. You guys
Very cool.
are the shit. Okay, so freshman year, dumpy as hell, Pizza Hut time, jamming on tunes,
Yeah.
zoning out. They're like the blinds shut and everything. You're just like in
Yeah,
there. Okay.
and it was really tight because my roommate was never there.
That's super sick. Why? Was he just
He
running through the woods?
He wasn't feeling it either.
Oh, okay.
And we actually got close, not close, but got really cool hanging out a little bit at some point. But he just wasn't ever around either. So I could just be in my room doing whatever.
Fuck yeah. I mean, that kind of rules.
So I got to do whatever I wanted to. I never got like my room checked and stuff because I was like talking to the RA.
Benefits. That's tight.
Yeah. But
Shout out, RA.
yeah, shout out to the RA. But then after that, I moved to Atlanta for the first time because I wanted to go to the Art Institute. I hated it. Then I moved back and was working at Banana Republic because I got.
Good God, that's
What's
a
it like?
weird transition.
What's
Yeah.
Atlanta like?
I moved. I was in Atlanta at that time, so I moved back to Pennsylvania, because my mom from Delaware, she moved to Westchester, so I'm living in Westchester, like Lincoln University, and I'm working at Banana Republic for some years, and then it became time to go. I was like, you know what, I want to go back to Atlanta again, and I moved in. I started collaborating with this guy, Kevin Michael.
Okay.
And he was signed to Atlantic Records at some point. He has like a song with Wyclef.
Oh.
He has like his voice is so sick.
I'm hoping this person's still alive and well.
Oh, he's alive and well.
Okay, good.
But he's not, I know he's not recording as much now, or he's sitting on a lot of recordings. I know that. But
I hate when people do that. It's so
yeah,
sad.
because he's such a talent. I don't think he got appreciated like that. But he was like, come moving with me. And
How did you link up with this person?
So I collaborated with somebody that he liked this guy TC, and TC he's collaborated with like Brandy and like a lot of K-pop artists and Tamar Braxton, and he has a lot of notable songs. But he collaborated. Well, he heard that collaboration that I had with TC, and he was like, I want that. I want to like work with that person. And then TC put me on to him, and Kevin's from Chester, and so I really was not even that far from him because I'm in Westchester, and so it was like, oh well, boom, and I just started sending him songs and stuff.
So what were you doing? Were you doing like vocal stuff for this, or were you doing like the music, like
Both,
the beats?
Both. I was on the beats.
Okay.
I was on the beats, and he would write to them, and I would write some things, and I would send it back to him, and he would redo it, and like so we really had a good collaborative relationship. And then he just told me, you know what, come on down to ATL, and I just moved in with him down there. This big thing, and I just went wild in Atlanta that year. I met so many people.
So then
I talk to my friends about these things all the time. It's really easy to, I don't know if you know the right people, you just meet people. It's like really insane. And I'm grateful for being in the rooms I've been in. That's why I can come back here and I can do whatever the hell I want to, because I'm like, oh, okay, I know where I could go if I want to.
So the first time you were in the ATL, it was kind of a bummer, and then you had kind of like a reassessment moment.
Yeah.
And then the second time was just full rager.
The second time ate bad.
That's good. Is it okay with you guys if I take a pee break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm sorry, I gotta piss so bad.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Diddy.
Oh gosh.
Diddy.
So you met him in Atlanta?
I did.
How old were you when you?
That was the second time I went to Atlanta. That's so funny. I had a lot of fun in Atlanta when I was living there, and every time I go, it's such a good time. My friends, but that was like one of the most random.
How old were you? I'm sorry.
I think I was 21.
Oh
or
golly.
22. It was like, yeah,
A young
and
buck.
And I know what's going on about him right now, but that's not my experience.
One thing about this whole thing is there's a lot going on. I don't know when these will come out, so it's like I don't want it ever to be political or be something that's like current with all the unfortunate shit that's happening in the world. You know what I mean? We're always going to be behind.
Yeah. Well, this is my experience, so it'll be fine.
That man is in the news right now.
He's in the news, but
what was your interaction
like?
How close did you get to him? Like you got to like sit with him and bullshit with him.
So my friend was working. My friend Brian, he also goes by like Black Socialite. He worked at Concrete Loop, and he knew Cassie, and he had a good like rapport with her. And we was in like, I believe it was in like the McDonald's. We was in McDonald's trying to get like a hazelnut iced coffee, because like the iced coffees had kind of just came out, and I was like, and we was trying to get like, I was just trying to get iced coffee, and he's like chatting with Cassie, and she's like, come to the studio, and we like, what? We gonna go. And we went, and it was Dallas Austin studio. And Dallas Austin, he's produced a lot of great hit records, like TLC stuff.
Oh, cool.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Absolutely.
and then they get paid properly.
He's a fucking beast. And so when you walk in the studio, he at the door. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm sure that is like out of body,
like,
probably almost, right?
What the fuck is my day gonna be like?
Well, wait, was that even cool for you? Were you excited? Like,
yeah, I knew who that was. I was like, I thought that was, that's like an idol for me.
Yeah, that's gotta be surreal.
Songwriter, producer, really somebody I want to model my music after.
You're kind of a big dude. What's he like compared to you?
Compared to me?
You taller?
I'm taller than him for sure.
Okay. I just didn't know it was one of those things where like you Google that motherfucker and it's like 6'4".
No, but he's like, the records he's crafted are like insane. So we're walking.
Yeah.
I'm like walking past him into the studio. I'm like, whoa, my God. he walk in, and then Cassie's like she's sitting on the couch, and she had just shaved the side of her head, and I'm like, whoa, she looks so hot. And then she's like, we're hanging out with her, and as a fan or something, you're very like standoffish a little bit because you don't know, like, I don't know, sometimes you don't know if you're doing too much. You want the celebrity that you know to be like comfortable. Like, I got to pinch myself. She was really cool. She like let us off into the studio and into the side studio, and we're like listening to her records that she hasn't released yet. And I think this shit is so cool.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, my man.
Oh, I
don't want to lose something important to this.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not like for something too bad.
Yeah, I hope they're okay.
But yeah, she leads us off into the studio, and she's playing her records, and they sound so good. And these aren't records that she's like released yet. And I was like,
that's really cool, man.
I was like, oh my, and it's like she's like controlling everything, so I could tell that she's like, she probably can record her own stuff. I'm like
involved.
Really
she's
impressed.
like making mixed choices and
I'm really impressed by her. And then we come back out, and then Diddy pokes his head out the side of the. I was like, come in here, y'all, come in here. I was like, what? I didn't even know he was here. And we go in there, and he's playing this house record. He's playing some house records and stuff. He's gearing up for the Last Train of Paris album he did with Dirty Money, and that's Kalina and Don Richard. And he's like playing that stuff. I forget who the DJ was, but we're all like vibing. He's like,
but you're still listening
as close as you are to. I'm like standing right here with him, and we're listening to
to her shit though. Still.
No, we're listening to his stuff.
Oh, okay.
We're listening to the beats and like. And then my friends started like catwalking and dancing. Like, and he's like, "Oh, y'all about to be the next boy band or something." And we were like, "What?" Like, don't say that. Like, we had a good time, and then we left. And like, I thought that was such a wholesome vibe.
It's a cool experience.
You got a good memory, and that's cool. And it's cool. Like, I remember when I was in my mid-20s, I was in a band that did pretty well, and I got to meet a lot of people I never thought I would. And sometimes it was like, I shared a moment with him before you got here about like, sometimes you have like these kill your idols moments. Where like once you actually get to smell them and breathe them and deal with them and see how
it's like, oh, y'all are human actually.
Yeah, not good ones, and that sucks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I thought my experience, like as wholesome as it was, then hearing about Cassie's experiences with him
that
later
shit
on,
is fucking.
I was like, damn, my best day could have been her worst day, And so, but I don't take that for granted, you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. But that just was not everything that's out in the headlines and stuff. That was not my experience with that, and it's not. I have truths in my experiences, but people have their own truths to everything else, and so it's not to like.
I'm sure that was just a really cool day for you. It's just what a wild experience! What a cool life moment.
I didn't ask for that. I was like, what would happen, and it was great. Now, and I got a whole lot of other stories of that, like in Atlanta, and it's a regular day. Like when you're in Atlanta, that could be just a regular day, and I'm very grateful for that. Grateful for my friendships that allowed that to even happen. That was, and to experience it with my friends, because we were all like playing her music. And it's crazy. Diddy has great music, and so we all love that music. And so for us to experience that together was like, it was so good.
Yeah.
That's fucking tight.
And these people are still my friends to this day. So
that was going to be
we still got the group chat.
That's good. So you got here, you were already doing music.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, did a baddie just now.
Wait, which one was that?
That was a baddie shot of call. I think that was Jim Beam.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried, man.
I did. You did. I have like one more. I like literally like went through like a couple of these.
That's okay. So did I. We're still here, living and breathing. So when did you start doing music in Richmond? And
So Richmond, actually, this beer is not that bad.
it's
That's
a
pretty
fucking
good.
delicious seltzer.
Happy that. Oh, it's the wild cherry. Okay.
That's
I
okay.
love a wild cherry.
Spill away, my friend. It's all good.
I started doing. I mean, I was already doing music, and but I got a job out here doing in mental health. My friend Sarah put me on to working in that field, and
How did you triangulate here again?
so I finally graduated from Virginia State,
Yeah.
and then I was working because I came back from Atlanta, and
Survived Diddy.
oh yeah, I didn't even experience Diddy on that level, but yeah, I survived him. I've survived such a great time, and I feel like I drink way more now, but I was like, again, still wholesome. Like I didn't drink a lot in my 20s. I like have my nights sometimes, but I was like,
You want to talk about the
very
drinking
preserved.
stuff?
I mean, I have a song called "Faded" now. Wait, I'm gonna get into that part. I'm gonna get let me get to getting out of Atlanta and get back here.
Yeah. What got you here? And then
I was like, it's time to go back to school. So I went back to school, Virginia State, graduated, made a lot of new friends, and then I created Trapcry as I finished my senior year, and graduated. Was in grad school for a little bit. Was working at Olive Garden. And then my friend Sarah was like,
some weird side jobs, dude. Like,
I was there for like 2 years, and then my friend Sarah was like, "Do you want a real job? Like, and not that service workers aren't."
what were you
real
doing at
job,
Olive
but
Garden, baby?
I was an English major, like
No, at Olive Garden.
Olive
what
Garden. I
specifically?
was serving,
Oh, okay.
and like I was like,
I mean, you're
I was
like,
like breaking all the rules there because like, okay,
I did
okay.
I did 8 years at Red Lobster.
Yo, yo, that's insane. I could probably do like 3, but like at Olive Garden you get the soup and the salad.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's special. It's like a Tuesday
But
thing or
like
something,
the
right?
key into having a bunch of fucking, I don't know, the key in having a bunch of tables, it would be like, yo, I started learning. I was like, yo, what y'all want to drink? Y'all want soup for salad? Mind you, you got to bring this stuff in, but like, I would finagle it. I would just go get a salad
I see where this
and
is
I could
going.
just pop everything right there. Then I would go bring everything in. And I'm asking if they want an appetizer. I'm trying to sell the appetizer.
Gotta upsell that shit.
At some point, I got to be really good with selling.
Just like
shit
Matt,
out.
like planning it out.
A hype
Yeah.
man for the fried calamari.
Yeah. Oh, I did really good with like it was like the mushroom thing. It was like a mushroom thing. I forget what it was called, but
Stuffed
it's like
mushrooms?
a mushroom. Yeah, the stuffed mushrooms.
Yes.
I could sell that really hard. And I'd be like, y'all want soup, salad?
props right now, dude.
Well, yes, we can. And Red Lobster. The lobster crab stuffed mushrooms. Are you kidding me? So good. I don't care if
Oh
they're
my
microwaved.
God.
It's still good.
I wish I worked at Red Lobster because I would be the king crab legs. Crab legs is like my favorite thing ever.
Oh, it's so good.
My grandfather, my mom's dad, thought that Red Lobster was like the finest cuisine on the planet.
It was
It
at
was
a
at
point.
one time.
At one
At one
point,
time
like
it
when I
was.
was a kid, went to Red Lobster. You had to wear your best clothes.
Yo,
like
it wasn't.
It was like that for us.
It's not like
dude.
that no more, but it was.
Yeah, it's because you're kind of close to us. How old are you?
44.
Okay, so you have a little bit on me. I got a little bit on you.
Yeah.
but we're all in that same time period, where we like.
But they better bring Red Lobster back too. and the CEO is fine.
Yeah?
I seen the CEO. He's kind of cute.
I mean, that would be cool. If Red Lobster was
Coming
rocking
back.
again.
Yo, if the CEO, if I were to talk to the CEO of Red Lobster, I
You
would
should
be like,
tweet that. I will fuck you. I fuck with snow crab
if I
legs.
get free snow crab legs, I'm not gonna say nothing else. But
All right, so Trapcry. When did you start it though?
what?
Trapcry.
Trapcry. That was I think that was 2013.
Okay, 2013, and you're serving food, and then someone's like, "Hey, You got to get a real job, motherfucker.
Yeah, about it was 2015. My friend Sarah, I'm working at this mental health company. What is your background and stuff? And I showed her my resume and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you can do it. I didn't need Trump made changes, and so you have to now have like an extensive. But I got grandfathered in, but I had enough education to be able to get in, and so I got in when I got in, and I'm still working in mental health. But that's how I started working, and that's how I started making like way more money than I was at Olive Garden. And then
So you're comfortable, and things are okay. You got benefits.
I
and
mean,
shit.
I could be more comfortable now, but because things have changed. But
exponentially. No one's really comfortable now. Like I do doubles every Friday and shit, and I have side work, and it's like fuck.
It's
I
a
have money
hustle
going
right
into
now.
savings. It's not a lot, but then like every Wednesday, Thursday, I'm hitting refresh
Yeah.
on my bank account, and it's like,
Yeah.
God damn,
Can
dude.
I get more money?
Yeah, for real.
Can y'all pay me more, please? Fast forward to now, because that's how I got here. Fast forward to now, my last year was just insane. So I had to like take a break from, because I learned my brother passed away, and that just took a lot out of me. And
That's horrible. I'm sorry, dude.
yeah, but I'm good now. But I'm like grieving is like multiple stages of it is every day. It's not it's not every day, but like you're not gonna get rid of it. It's something you want to keep running from, but it's like, oh no, I have to learn to live with it, and this is how I need to go about it. And it was crazy because I'm working in mental health, and it's like I didn't know what that was until
You fucking felt
until I'm
it.
living it. Before that, I'd be up at the break of dawn. I would go to the gym immediately. I'm doing these, and then like after that, it was like I was sleeping in. I was like, I did not want to be up.
So can I? I think something that I said to you leading up to this, like, I know you. I've always appreciated you. We've always had good encounters.
Yeah.
If there's stuff you want to talk about, again, we have the edit option, but also like if you want to take a nosedive into something deep, like I told you I would go toe to toe, not for the sake of what happened. What started to happen last year when things were getting kind of not so.
I just was like,
But we also don't have to. We don't have to talk about.
I will. No, we're gonna just go into it. My brother, I found out I was going through this path of finding out what happened to him and stuff, and I was like, and mind you, I'm having like the most fun of my life last year. Last year was like so fun, and I was like, I'm working regularly, and then found out the news, and I really was grieving. I'd never. That was the first time. Like people have died in my life. Grandparents have passed away. Aunts, uncles. But that was the first time I really was like, oh my God. And
it fucking hurts, like bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I found out he like passed away from AIDS, and so that from there, and I think my aunt was telling me like, cause like he was going to like NYU, and like he was working for like the Department of Interior. So this is like a successful like black man, and I remember his apartment was nice. He always had like a nice setup and stuff. And I had heard more recently that he was like selling books to be able to afford medication and stuff.
Oh fuck.
And so I was like so broken by that because like, and now they have programs and stuff, but I was like, oh my God.
The dude was like hustling.
Yeah. And so that is why I was like,
yeah, that just is the extra.
Yeah,
like
it was like so bad. And so then, I'm
so sorry, dude. That fucking sucks.
Okay.
Because I understand.
I've I'm through it now, but I could not.
Is there
I could not.
is there a reason why you weren't told sooner? Like so much time.
His mom and my dad, like his mom didn't like my dad, or I don't know. Nobody told us, and then I thought that was insane because he went out of his way to find us, and then. And I got to spend great time with him, and then all of a sudden he just didn't exist, and I was like, what the fuck?
Did you have a lot of loss like on top of that already that year?
No.
Last year was fucking crazy.
No, I was having a great time last year. I was like having a ball last year, and then I was having a ball. 2023 was like, I felt like that was one of my favorite summers, and.
That's nice.
And then it ended with that, and I was like, oh my God. And then I was like drinking really hard. I was like drinking really hard, and I wrote this song called Faded. And
what the hell was Faded about?
I mean, I was grieving, so I was drinking so heavily, and
Are you throwing haymakers in the lyrics?
Well, the purpose of that song is like, I'm
kind of a tribute, maybe.
Well, no, it was like I talk about Jameson on there. I'm like, used to fuck Jameson, but you're the greater man, and the greater man is like myself, and it's like letting go of your vices and remembering who you are before you, like, a lot of people forget who they get in relationships, and they forget who they are. You are a whole person before you jumped into this relationship, and then I'm like in this relationship with alcohol, and I'm like, oh, don't forget who you were, bitch, before you was like in that. And I'm still drinking, but like it was a little bit more chaotic and toxic then, and I'm okay right now, but I had to express that through my art, and that's what that song's about.
Do you get enjoyment out of that, like communication with yourself through your music?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. Sometimes I gotta reel it back and be like, and just so I can figure out what I'm even going through. Sometimes you don't know.
But like, for the most part, like everything in life is a little bit better, and like you're cool, shit's comfortable.
Yes.
I understand. I mean, fuck, we could go toe to toe on like war stories if you want. I don't think that's the point of all of this. But
I mean, I'm a pretty much open book when I'm like, this isn't afters, but I talk to people a lot about, and I don't know the way I present myself on social media. I don't think people know much about me, but it seemed like it'll seem like you do, but something like this, you'll know. If people listen to this, you're gonna know a lot about me. I think I'm expressing a lot.
I mean, I hope so, man. And thank you for being so comfortable in doing so.
Yeah.
But like as far as like your music stuff and when it got created and what you're doing now, like I remember the first time I saw you. Oh my God, dude! I was like totally astonished. I was like, this motherfucker is like jacked like a road warrior from WWE, and you're up there just like full sack and like tight ass shit, just killing it. And I was like, I fuck with this dude. What is this all about? I think it was Broadberry. I think I was working.
Oh, really?
I think I was working at Broadberry. But I'm glad that shout out Robbie. Glad you can make it tonight. I'm glad that you have him now.
Fuck Robbie.
Oh no.
Love you, Robbie.
I'm bummed they couldn't make it, but like seeing you with him is, I flirted with you for a minute about trying to play because I was like,
yeah,
I'm not shitting on the person that I saw. We don't have to name names.
Yeah.
But like, I just thought it'd be cool, like if I'm like right behind you like that, and you're just like, and I'm laying it the fuck down. Like I could have held it down for you, but
yeah,
Robbie does. It's really good with him, and it's so funny thinking about the dynamic of you two because it's like just hearing him say the word pizza, pizza. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh my God,
you guys are so
far
country from one another. in like the realm of life, and it's just so awesome because you're both so sweet.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people.
Dude, he's so fucking
he's
cool.
so funny.
I wish you could have been here so we could hear him say pizza.
Yeah, he's
get
so-
some pizza. But he's not. But
Yeah.
so what is Trapcry up to now? Do you have anything? When was the last time you released something? I don't even...
It was last year. It was the last. Well, no, I released. I guess that was this year. I did a cover of what is that damn song? It's Nothing to Me. Sanford Clark.
Whoa! I have not heard that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I did a cover of that song because my friend Paxton loves that song, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna do a cover of it." And I surprised it. It was like we left afters or something, and I had my idea already laid down, and so I dropped him off, and then I went home and I recorded some of it. I think that's how that went, and then I sent it to him. He was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, because he would keep playing that song and another song. So I was trying to figure out like which one I was gonna cover, and I ended up doing that one.
That's fucking sick.
But it wasn't that I wanted to do like a whole country project. I just was like, okay,
One
I
and
want
done,
to,
baby.
yeah. But I'm working on like a grunge record, a kind of like grunge alt. And
You gotta tell me you got him on drums live on that though.
yeah,
You have to.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about doing. If I don't do that,
He's so good at drums, dude.
oh yeah.
And he's in the pocket the times I've seen
Yeah,
he's
that
kid
in pocket.
fucking rips though.
Robbie's always a pocket.
Have you ever seen him just burn out and just fucking
Yeah,
Kegel a little bit?
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was my friend Spindle. He was like, I love how Robbie does like it was when he's on the cymbals or something. He liked how he's like,
he's making love.
yeah. I thought that was so funny. But yeah, I usually do like 2 records at a time. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out because it's like too many sounds. I'm like doing a lot of sounds at one time, and so I have to like compartmentalize it and like I might get on this thing where I'm doing like folk or like country or rock, whatever the fuck, and then on this other side I'm doing R&B or electronic, and either it's gonna be one project or I'll split them up. But I at least want like 7 tracks. If I can get like a solid 7 tracks for each project, then I can release something.
But not
So we'll
projects
see.
under different names, just like different.
No, it'll be Trapcry.
Yeah.
I don't even know how. I'm almost ready to move on from Trapcry, but I have no idea when that's going to be. I'm like,
You're gonna know when you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing noise stuff or something. Like I have a bunch of equipment at Brad and Marcus's house. I have like a Mother 37 at their house and like a bunch of other like hardware over there that I'm like, I want to do a noise project and some other stuff like that. But I want to.
That is like a totally different language to me. Those noise kids, dude. It's like they like do. It's like I'll see like pedals that I know work really good for other instruments, and I'm like, oh wait, you just slapped a banana, and then you have a chainsaw now. Like, well, what the fuck is going on here? I'm not saying it's not creative. I feel like I did all that when I was like 10 with like a bunch of GI Joes and like a shitty go-kart. It's so sad to me that we're the reason that Fuzzy Cactus will go under because everyone wants to come here and play the Metallica. Like, they're heartbroken when they like hold the door and they're like,
Oh, I can't get in.
and it's been 2 dates now, and I'm like fearful that like maybe one of the
That's
other
what he
people in the
said.
couple was like, oh, where do you want to go eat? And then it took them like 20 minutes, like knocked
it
out,
totally ruined the
drag
whole
out,
date.
Like, we'll go to Fuzzy, and then they come here, and it's just like us.
Yeah, they wanted a baddie shot o'clock and they couldn't get it.
That's a good point.
I'm doing a
too,
baddie right now.
So, shit. I guess. What do you think about what's going on with Richmond? Do you think everything's normal? Do you think it's safe?
I like Richmond's. I love Richmond. Richmond's fun.
I love Richmond so much. That's why one of the reasons I started. I think we're gonna call this. It's still our city. And
Yeah.
I think the whole point of it was just to get like everyone that's creating cool shit on and to ask them whether or not they're being affected by the influx of a lot of other people coming in. So you feel safe. You're okay.
So, that's tough. I mean, it's not that I feel safe. I mean, I do feel safe, and I think there are people who curate environments that I can definitely go to. I hate that community service. They were doing like this rave like every week that I know I didn't start going until around the end, and now they're not doing it no more. And I thought that was a really cool environment. Dej Lucid, they are a DJ, and they're really good. They were kind of at the head of that, and so I hope they do something else like that again. And I love the Material Room. When I started going to like rave stuff, it was what? Oh my God!
Please don't expect me to help.
What is the band?
I can't help.
Oh, not the band. Behavior. That's what it is. Behavior. I used to go to Behavior stuff. I mean, like,
I just threw it.
that's when, I mean, I wanted to do like a whole dance project called Behavior, because Behavior was like, that's my warehouse rave experience. So I really wanted to.
It's not a thing still.
Sort of, kind of. I mean, they really set the bar. I think for like.
Oh, like super fucking high.
Yeah.
They killed it.
They still have their hands in doing stuff. So, and it's still at their warehouse, and like, I don't know the ins and outs of all that, but I know that
That's okay.
it started with them for me. I was like going to Behavior stuff, and that's what I would look forward to, and I hope that and then it materialized to like the Material Room, and I hope that they continue to do stuff.
So I missed this when I was first walking in, but I think you were explaining to Claire where you live. Where do you live now?
Oh, I live.
Don't give me your address online.
I live
because I want that for LCD.
I live. I live. It's still Southside. It's Southside.
Okay.
But it's
so
not.
Do you think
it's like Manchester area, but like not Manchester either.
Is your rent fucked? Is everything cool?
I signed a 3-year lease, so my rent would not go up.
Whoa, that's cool.
But it's still. I mean, it's still.
You're still happy here, though. Everything's good.
Yeah,
Life's good.
I mean, if people want to contribute to my Cash App,
dude, dump it.
The $TRVPCRY. Trapcry without the A, but it's a V. So yeah. And it works for Venmo as well. The @TRVPCRY.
You guys should do that, please. I've been downtown in an absolute dump for 10 years now, and my rent's cheap, but I'm gonna move out. I'm moving to Hollywood Cemetery.
Oh, that's fun. I like Oregon Hill.
Next year, and it'll be different.
Oregon Hill, I think the next place, if I move from where I'm at, I would like to move to Oregon Hill, because it's technically where I live at, but it's across the bridge.
Yeah.
And then it's right there. It's like all I do is gotta go down the street, and there's some bars down the street. I think that's my vibe.
All right, R.A.P. Mojos. When's your next show?
I don't have a next show scheduled right now, and
I'm gonna do.
I had a bunch of shows that was already I just did, but if I don't know, like what's typical for me is I will get a lot of messages for shows like out of nowhere, and I love that. I'm always grateful, when people send me stuff for shows. But I've never headlined my own like set up and so I would love to do that at some point. I mean,
set something up with just like 2 cool friends and just knock that fucker out.
I know, but I want a big show. I want something like Broadberry again, because I really liked playing the Broadberry.
So you guys that was
That was good.
I'd seen
I
you-
need another Barbary show.
I'd seen you
because
before,
people
but-
understand what I'm doing when I do that.
You're talking about like Swayze glistening. You were up there.
Yeah, I was like, and my mic went off like in the middle of the show. But like,
Well, I don't remember that. You were crushing it.
Oh
dude.
no, I did it twice. I opened for like it was Toxic Moxie, and then I went on and it was I went on before Pom Pom.
That's the time I saw you.
that was
And
September 30th. I'll
do you
never
know,
forget that.
do you know Trailer Park Boys?
No, I don't know them.
It's a really crazy show about a bunch of criminals. It's a fictional show about a bunch of criminals, but they're all lovable characters and they really care about one another.
Wait,
they're all in Canada. Trailer Park, like Bubbles and Jim Leahy. It doesn't matter. So
Are they here in Richmond?
No. They're from like Nova Scotia, Canada. It's like really old. But there's a guy named Julian, and he lifts weights. And Bubbles always calls him Sexian. And I just remember seeing you up there that night, and you were just like Sexian. Like
Yeah.
I was just waiting for you to just like throw like a.
I know. I was
Have you ever seen him live?
No, I haven't.
He's a jacked pro wrestler with a really sweet voice, and he's got a good drummer, and the shit just hits, dude.
I want my next show to be really good, but I don't know. I want like I like to headline my own show. I keep because I never say no. It's been a few shows that didn't end up working out this year, but before that, I never really turn down a show. I usually be like, yep, let's do it, because I need the money. I'm like, I will usually take any show just because I like performing. I like being on stage and doing it. I don't care if it. I just did a show at Another Round.
Oh, okay.
Me and Robbie did it, and
That seems weird.
we had a show.
I've driven by the place.
Yeah,
but it
no,
just-
and
it's
no,
like-
I like the venue. I like the venue. The staff was really nice, and they were
That's
like, they were making it happen. I really liked performing there. I would do it again. They got 2 pool tables.
Yeah.
They got good drinks.
I remember-
and then they have a specific space for the performance versus like the outside area. So it's enough space to fill up in there.
They like started and they were on Facebook and like I remember like one of their first like 10 posts. I might be wrong. I mean, you know, I'm wrong about stuff sometimes. But I'm pretty sure one of the first 10 posts was like, "Hey guys, what do you think? We'll keep the smoking cigs indoors or no?" And like the poll was like 97%
Indoors?
no. And they were just
No?
like, "Fuck!" Like it blew up in their face. They were so upset.
They wanted to be like, what's the
Like the line cook
What's
smoking.
what's the other one by what's the other place by Forest Hill? Forest Hill.
Forest Hill.
The
Is there a place that's like cool with smoking?
oh yes, the locker room.
Oh, locker
Oh,
room.
yeah.
I was just smoking in
They
there
was trying
in
to
March.
be, they was trying to be like the locker room on North Side. That's cool though.
Hey, so
I
everything
like them now.
Everything in your life's cool now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not making the money I would like to be making, but you know, it doesn't affect. I think how people see me. I think I get a lot of support.
You got a good
People
friend
see me.
group.
I have a great friend group. Great friend group. I would not replace my friend group.
Mine's really cool right now. and I'm
Very
thankful for that.
solid.
It's like we're only here one fucking time.
We're only here one time, and you know, people trust me, and people. And I don't take people's trust for granted, and I make sure the environments that I'm in are safe. You know, as long as I can make sure things are safe, you know. It's very important to me that you know, my word is my word, and people expect me to throw a good party, and I always do. I always throw a good party, and I'm always gonna get on stage and do what I need to do, and I like making music, and that is my I don't say that's my sole purpose, but you know, I think people are starting to understand who I am through my music, and
So when is your next show? You don't know. And
no,
you
I
wanna
don't
have,
have I don't have anything scheduled right now.
You need to have like a focus night on you where you like really kill it.
Yeah, I want to do like
have 2 openers. Make it quick. You know
Like,
what I mean? Like
I
have
will-
2 people open, and then it's you, and you just knock it out of
right.
the fucking park.
I'm always down to. I pay attention to the Richmond scene a lot, so people might not think I'm like looking at what everybody's doing, but I gotta stay ahead of the trend. I gotta know what's going on, and so I'm like.
You gotta stay
I'm looking
fighting
at
weight.
I'm looking at what everybody's doing, and because I know when somebody asks me, Gene, can you Trapcry? Can you do? I'll be like, yeah. I already seen your van. I checked it out.
Yeah.
I checked it out. It's funny because I will follow people on Instagram before they follow me, and they'll be like, whoa, I didn't even know. Yeah, I was already checking y'all out.
Yeah, it's good, but dude, there's so many subgenres now. There's so many people that are killing it now.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see so many different types of people from different walks of life all doing seemingly successful jobs. Like the material's been insane out of this town lately.
It's crazy because the money is there. The crowds are there, but a lot of times a show might not get the right promo or like, I don't know, like I think great example, I love this band, The Shuttle Disc.
Oh yeah. They're 2 episodes from now.
Oh, are they good? They I've done several shows with them, but they always, you know, they make sure I get paid, but you know, they make sure there's gonna be a crowd there, and like
Sick art.
Yeah.
Always a good like promo. Always good art on the flyer, and they have a good vibe.
Yeah,
and
Gideon be taking that serious. He be taking that serious. He be on that computer like.
It's good to have
He is
that, man.
not playing with
Those people.
He'll make sure his merch and his flyer is gonna look good.
Yep. Yeah, and the people like guys like that. They're.
And I like that. I like people that take that serious. But I know for sure that, you know, there's a lot of interest in folk and country around here, and that takes nothing to fill up, right? It takes nothing to fill up, and
It's an amp and a guitar.
yeah. Well, it takes nothing for them to fill up a venue with that, and then when I go,
Sorry, I was thinking about like gear, dude.
Oh well, no. Well, I'm saying when I go to hip hop shows, like hip hop shows now, people don't fill up for hip hop shows anymore. It's like it's so hard to
Is
like.
it oversaturated?
It's not even that it's oversaturated. I feel like there's no support in it
That fucking sucks.
right now, and it does suck because it feels like I feel like and people associate me with hip hop as well. Like, and I rap, I sing, I do all these things. I'm not a one trick pony, Alfred. I'm not a one trick pony, but I am associated with hip hop, and I do get booked for hip hop shows, and it's way different than I get booked for like I don't know, something else in a different genre. And so it's really important that I think people just like, you know, if you're gonna come out to a bluegrass show, get some hip hop.
You do really good when I see you on like the mixed genre show.
Yeah,
Like you like fucking kill it, and like the crowd's like so stoked.
But the thing about it is like I have to be on a mixed genre show in order for me to get seen, and it's like I can't. And it's. I guess I
hope that doesn't hurt your heart. And I get it.
It doesn't. No, I mean I'm grateful to be included on any show, but I would like to see more support for, and even R&B. I'm not seeing a lot of R&B shows. It's either hip hop or then it's like these rock genres or country genres. It's not. You never see an R&B show. No more.
Yeah.
And I think
I don't know that, and
Yeah.
that's sad to hear that.
So I would like to see that more. I don't know. Outside of Cassidy and the Wranglers, I don't see a lot of black women in Kanika Cook. If I don't see her, Cassidy, I don't see other black women that much that are in the front of like doing music in Richmond. Of what I'm used to and what I'm used to getting paid, I'm wondering where is that at? You know, and it's not. I don't think it's I think Richmond can do a little better with that, and I think and it'll happen. But like I go to these shows, and I go to a lot of shows. I go to everybody's show. You might not see me, but I'm in the cut with like my little shot, and I'm gonna like see what you got going on. I just want to see mainly more black women. See, I do a lot of genres, so it's like I shouldn't have to just like do a little bit of this genre so I can get accepted in y'all space. You should just be able to just pop out to my show because I'm gonna give you a good time.
Yeah.
Do you just mean like in general, like more like female-fronted people of color bands, or like
Maybe both. Even gay artists. I'm like, outside of me and Ron Alfred, the Creature Alfred, I don't know that there are so many black gay artists that are just like.
how many do you know
front.
off the top of your brain?
I know.
Can you please shout them out if you like them now? Because I don't know any of this, and that's the whole point.
I know that they exist. I don't have everybody's name right in front of me.
Sorry. It's okay.
But
Every single.
but they definitely exist because I
just know if there's somebody you're friends with who's like similar.
it's a few of them. I just don't have everybody's name in front of me. So I wish I could look, but
I can't name my friends' bands.
but they exist, and
I'm serious.
they be at my shows. They really appreciate what I do, and it's just like if I can be a door for them to get through, I would like to be. I know that
There goes Swayze.
Swayze is crazy. R.I.P.
Hey, this was really nice talking to you.
Yeah.
You're an absolute sweetheart, and I think I'm just like
I'm a bitch
I think
sometimes,
it's
but
good. No, you have not been tonight. I think
No,
it's
this
past
has
my
been-
bedtime.
Yeah, this is fun.
it's getting past your bedtime. Oh no.
I mean, do you want to keep going? We can keep going. You have any questions for me?
That's like a job interview.
That's good. Yeah.
No, I don't have any questions. I think wait, what instrument do you play?
I can play drums kind of okay, but I'm mainly a lyricist, so I just I yell at the top of my lungs like a weird lunatic.
That's like, I mean, I'm a lyricist too. I was like, but
I like using like
there's
3
a-
and 4 syllable words.
That's what I'm saying. There's a skill to like punk and rock.
You're doing punk though. You
yeah,
totally are.
Technically, I'm learning how that can work. I'm learning how that can work. I don't know how that. I'm learning about that though.
I mean, dude, if you need help in like sounding like a absolute maniac, I can
My
explain
voice
to you
is
how
so
to.
soft. My voice is so soft.
But
so it's like,
maybe your like hardcore voice is not.
I
and
could. I don't know. I don't know if I have a hardcore voice, but it comes out when the mix when I'm playing at a venue and the mix isn't right and I gotta scream. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
it's so bad. I'll be like, Robbie's going like that happens not a lot, but like it's happened a couple times where I've had to like just scream. Mm-hmm. It ends up working out, but it's not always ideal. I had a sound check at Ember Music Hall was good, and Gallery 5 did good the last time I had a sound check.
Nice.
I haven't been to Gallery 5 in forever. Like the whole
I think they
stage is,
moved
like,
the
totally
stage
weird.
again, right?
That was a sound check
That's on the roof now. Like when you come in, it's a Starbucks, and then the Gallery
But
5's
sometimes you
on the
don't
roof.
get you don't get to do a sound check. Like if there's multiple bands on a set, you don't get to do a sound check. And like I remember I got to do the Hippodrome one time, and we got to do the sound check, and like you get all your settings is right.
And you get
It's
to walk
really
away.
important to do a sound check. It's like
If it's like you by yourself,
like
most certainly.
and I don't know, I don't know how they can further make that feasible around town, but like I would like more sound check time, like because it really, because I remember it was Fallout. I did Fallout, and they have a new sound system, and so we got the sound check. I really loved it. Fallout, and it's me and Robbie. He sounds like in his drums, and I was like, okay, pull up more reverb. Oh, more reverb, and I'm like, I need to hear more. Yeah, and it sounded so good, but nobody's gonna know that if you don't do sound check. Like sound check is so, and then I don't know, you get put on some show, some set, and then like it's like you may or you may not get a sound check, and I don't know. I've like. The Fallout show was really good because I was able to do a whole sound check. It sounded like so crisp, so like lush, the way that the amount of reverb I was able to have without feedback going into. It was like, whoa. So it sounded like how it should have been. Like it was like I was curating
the reverb on your voice.
Oh yeah, like I need reverb.
Like getting kind of trying
I need some
trippy
reverb.
Or like
I need some reverb. Not trippy, but like I need some reverb. It's like it sounds sexy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, like being able to hear how you want it intended. If you have 4 bands that are playing on a thing, you're not going to get a sound check the way you want to.
it's like 30.
But then for me, then start the sound check earlier, and like because if I know I'm going to get a sound check, now mind you, I hate an early load in. Because if I'm gonna load in and I can't get no sound check, fuck it. But if I'm gonna get a sound check, if we're gonna do load in early, if we're gonna do a 4 p.m. load in, and I'm gonna get my sound check right then, let's do it. Mm-hmm. And it'll sound how I want it to sound when the show is. Yeah. And then you got your settings that you've done saved, how I wanted it. Boom. No problem.
I feel like they do that. I've had really good experiences at the Camel with doing that.
Yeah, I love the Camel.
having your setup saved, and like if you can get your band there,
yeah, but
like at the time.
I love the Camel.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah,
we've only met.
Thanks for letting me
times.
know. I mean, thanks for like highlighting me.
Yeah, dude. Like every single time I met you, you were a total pleasure. And I know you had a story. Your set is a Bronze Tide. You're up there like a goddamn superhero.
I'll try sometime.
If anyone has not seen Trapcry, please go see Trapcry.
Buy me a shot. Batty.
Also, if you, I don't know, man. If it's up to you if you want to do Cash App stuff or whatever again. Who knows? If
Yeah, do that Cash App.
Could be 98,000 listeners.
The dollar sign TRVPCRY or the @ sign TRVPCRY.
Nice.
Thank you
I need
for
some money. Right, let's go.
Thank you for hanging out and talking and sharing.
Yeah,
and
of
sorry,
course.
certain stuff got deep and maybe I didn't pay enough attention to
Well,
it.
I love this platform because we can talk, we can go in deep. But
You can come back again though too.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. I'm gonna come back. When I come back, Robbie gonna come so I can like.
Oh, okay, yeah, we
can
gotta
dig
hear him
on
say
him.
pizza, pizza. We gotta get him to order it.
and maybe ask Noah
But
to
you
come
know,
too.
the reason you're laughing is because you've heard him say it. It's like,
Yeah, he's
pizza.
this is the most country person you ever met.
God, it's like the weirdest dynamic. It's like a Hank Hill derivative character, like that's with like Trapcry, dude. But he kills it on drums. But he says pizza like pizza, and you're like, what is? Did you get
Why are
your
you
lips
saying-
numbed by
why are
a
you
dentist? What is wrong with you?
Why are you
Pizza,
saying-
pizza. It's fucked. Okay, everyone's gotta go home.
Yeah, we're gonna go home.
This is a pleasure.
Yeah,
It was really cool
it's
talking
good
to you.
meet you.
We covered some
again.
good ground. I respect you. I appreciate you. And come back.
Yeah, I would definitely be back.